Oh wow, that sounds good. Hey everybody, it's Dick here. Today I'm riding a 1972 Yamaha RD350. The RD350 is a 347cc or 21.2 cubic inch air-cooled two-stroke parallel twin. Its claimed top speed back in 1972 was 105 miles per hour. It had 39 brake horsepower at 7,500 RPMs. It has dual coil ignition with breaker points. It's a 6-speed manual transmission, amazing for many bikes today, not to mention back in 1972. I couldn't find anything on torque specs other than the fact that they were uninspiring back in the day, but I also learned that if you blip the throttle at just the right time in first or second gear, that front wheel will come off the ground. I do love the torque of a two-stroke engine, and even though I don't have specs, I can tell you it's torquey enough. Other than that, it's a box standard Yamaha motorcycle, and it is wonderful. Let's take it for a ride. That sounds awesome. Whoa, it's torquey. Woo! Holy shit! Oh my God! They don't make them like they used to. Hey everybody, it's Dick here. I am on Craig Lane's 1972 RD350 by Yamaha. Oh my God. Craig is a experienced motorcycle, motocross, auto racer, an expert mechanic. He's I don't think it'd be too much of a stretch to say that he's the mechanical guru at Lane's Yamaha. He's got a nice collection of bikes, this being one of them. This cherry of a RD350. The 1972 RD350 is a two-stroke, 39 horsepower engine. It's so torquey. It has I think back in the day when they were new, it had a claimed 100 mile an hour, 105 mile an hour top speed. And I'd be surprised to see that this would not hit 100 miles an hour with Craig's expert mechanics on it. It is smoky and smelly, and it vibes in the foot pegs and it vibes in the handlebars, and this 350 has more balls than most motorcycles made for the last 25 years. What a great cracking bike. And it's a testament to Craig's mechanics to get on this thing and be able to run it the way it's being run, and it's really fortunate and appreciative to be able to get on this thing, because it reminds me of the RD250, the XS250, the XS400, all those 70s and 80s bikes that I have. And you get on them and you realize that the power and the craftsmanship and the assembly and the manufacturing is so much better, far more superior than anything that's happening today. The better bikes that are being made today are being made by Yamaha, are being made by Honda, being made by the Japanese companies who are fighting tooth and nail to keep some spirit and some character and some performance in their bikes through the strangulation of internal combustion engines at the twilight years of petrol. Such a blast to ride these. I was just on the smoothest bike I've ever ridden, and now I'm on the most raw bike you can think of being on, a two-stroke 350. and I'm just having a hoot, a fucking ball of a time on these motorcycles, and they're all out of lanes Yamaha, and they're all employee or owners bikes. So if you had a question of where to bring your motorcycle for mechanical work, just look at the bikes they ride and the nick they're in. They're in such good nick. I'd be so happy if any of my 400s ran like this 300. You're riding down back roads on the top of the lake valley, through farms, clotheslines. I mean, god damn it, what do you need other than a 350? Oh man, it's just such, it's like the chrome is chrome, and everything's nice, but everything, you can tell the age on it. It's not too nice, it's not restored. You got this kind of red root beer paint scheme with these yellowed ivory white chevrons with the black inserts. You can't find a bike like this anymore. What a peach! What a peach! Oh, and it just makes such good noise. This is the motorcycle that all of Hollywood goes to record, to put over the top of any motorcycle chasing. Doesn't matter if they're riding a fucking 4-cylinder race bike. This is the bike you hear when there's a motorcycle chase scene. Front disc brake, rear drum. It's just so familiar. There's so much of this bike in my 400s, in my XSs that I have and have had. It's just like, it's like coming home. Just wind in your face, a vibey little cracking bike under you. You can't beat it. You can't beat it. It's just, this is pure excitement. Craig, the owner, was saying to me, you know, he'll have guys on, you know, 1800cc Harleys, and they'll stop and reminisce with him over how great these bikes were back in the day. And it's like, they weren't great back in the day. They still are great today. You just happen to be on a fucking Harley. A little loop-de-loop road, up and down, up and down. Awesome. Oh. You can't fault this bike, man. You can't fault it. These Japanese low displacement bikes are just the heart of motorcycling. They're the heart of motorcycling. You just, if you just want to be a motorcycle enthusiast, you're not going on long trips, you're not going anywhere, you're not commuting, you get one of these. You get one of these, and you're just out in the country, zipping through the city. It is just, it's the heart of motorcycling. It's the heart of motorcycling. Oh my gosh. 4 4,500 RPMs, this engine just comes alive. It's zippy it's torquey in the low RPM, but you get up to 4,500 RPMs, it just zings to life. I can't say it enough. This bike, 48 years old, 48 years old, and it's still running like a 20-something. It's still running like new. And it runs better than the new ones. It runs better than the whippersnappers. So torquey, so zippy, so fun. I love these mirrors. Oh, I love everything about this bike. And it makes me like a root beer float. I'm riding 70 miles an hour on this rural route highway, and it rides so much better than my Royal Enfield on the highway, and it rides so much smoother than it runs so much more comfortable at 80 than my Triumph Street Cup, 900 cc's. At 75, 80 miles an hour, you're in fifth gear, and you're holding on for dear life on that bike. And on this thing, I'm just out for a Sunday fucking cruise. Oh, it's so awesome. It's so awesome. These bikes are so much better than their contemporary counterparts. I don't know where they lost the power. I don't know where they lost the torque. I don't know where it fell off the map, but this thing is just so sweet. What a ball. What a ball. Yeah, that's where it is. 4,500 RPM. This fucking thing just fucking jumps to life. That's a peach. Oh my gosh.
It's about the complete opposite of that.
I was gonna say, I did it in the perfect progression. I went from this brutal VMAX to the most sublime GTS to the most pure motorcycling experience on an RD350. Shit.
Problem.
I didn't have the ignition on. I had it all the way over to, I think, parking light or something. Did you see me up there trying to kick it over? Yeah. I didn't put my strap up. I was so excited that I was flopping, and then I went and I turned it off, and I was like, oh crap.
Running when you got there?
Wasn't there.
Oh, really?
Well, because they come down on the Ural.
Oh, all right.
They saw you up there, and
Yeah.
so I took off and run up there, and you weren't there. I was like, well, must be it. Took off.
Oh no, I was gone as soon as I figured out the key thing. If you like that video and you want to see more like them, hit like, share, and subscribe.